opened the box and dropped it on the floor. So right away, the way I read that, and Kara, you're gonna like this. The girl that's writing this story is named Kara. So do you think Kara is really, truly, genuinely sorry for what she did to poor Mr. Winston right away? What do you think? I can already tell that Kara is not truly, genuinely sorry.
Guys.
Now, I know if it was my Kara Marie Daniel, she would be truly, genuinely sorry, because this does not sound like our Kara that we know. This is a different Kara. So right now, she's already blaming Mr. Winston for opening up box. Not her fault. Not her fault. So her letter is not sounding very genuine. All right, I'm going to...
Can I read this one?
Yep. I was just turning the page, so I was getting ready here. Alright, so the next... Hold on a second, Katie. Hold on a second. So this is the next part. So I want you to think now, while Katiana reads. I want you to think. Is Kara changing her tune? That means, is she starting to say she's sorry and really mean it? Let's see how she acts. Go ahead, Katie.
My parents say it's my fault for having brought that snake into the library, and I truly, genuinely apologize, but I still don't know how I was going to find out what kind of snake I had inside that box without bringing the snake right into the library. I could look at snake pictures and then look at the snake and try to find a picture that matched the snake.
Okay, hold on there. So, why did Kara bring the snake into the library? What do we think?
To try to look at pictures of the snake.
Right, so she's researching the snake. So she thought, well, where can I research things? Where's the best place to figure out about something? Well, it's the library. So I'm going to just take the snake in a box into the library and then look up pictures about snakes and try to find out about my snake. I don't know if that was a great idea, Kara. I don't know, Kara. What do you think? Okay, go ahead, Katiana.
I told my
We're on page 274 now.
Didn't get a chance to remind you about before the end. You took you away. I did come into the library without the snake first. I left the box outside, hidden under a bush, and tried to borrow a thick green book with lots of snake pictures. You told me that the big green book was a reference book, which meant that it had to stay inside the library and I couldn't take it out for even 10 minutes.
Right, and so now she's saying, hey, this is your fault, Mr. Winston. This is your fault. I wanted to look up about the snake. You told me that the book that I wanted to read, I couldn't take it outside. So it's all your fault, Mr. Winston, but I'm truly, genuinely sorry. Okay, turn to page 275. Is there anybody else that wants to read? If you are reading your book, it's easier. It's hard to see my screen, probably. Okay, I'll go ahead and continue on 275. My parents say I still shouldn't have brought that snake into the library, and that I have to be truly, genuinely sorry. She keeps repeating that. If I ever hope to watch Galactic Patrol on television again. My parents picked Galactic Patrol because it's my favorite show, although I'm not so sure what not watching television program has to do with bringing a snake into the library. Well, it's her punishment, is what it is. She can't quite understand that she did something wrong. The people at the library say you hate snakes so much that you won't even touch a book with a picture of snakes on the cover, and that is why you won't be back at the library for a few more weeks. If you want, you could watch Galactic Patrol. It's on at 4 p.m. on weekdays on Channel 7. There are no snakes on that show because it takes place in space. So it doesn't sound like she's being very nice to Mr. Winston. Here he is in the hospital, and she's saying, hey, go ahead and watch this cool show. She's not even really talking about what she did to make him go away. Yes, Katiana.
It says because it takes place in space.
That's another rhyme.
Space.
All right, go ahead and turn the page. And Gabby, I would like you to read page 277.
Okay. Did the flowers arrive? Dad picked them out, but I have to pay for them with my allowance for the next 2 months. The flowers are proof that I'm truly, genuinely sorry for having brought that snake into the library. I hope the people who work at the library find that snake soon. Did they look under all the chairs? That snake isn't dangerous. It's a local snake, and there are no poisonous snakes. And
Manitoba. That's the name of where she lived.
the people at the library say that too because that was one of the reasons you decided to move here. I bought that snake from a friend. I paid 1 month's allowance for it, which means that snake has cost me a total of 3 months allowance, and I only owned it for 1 hour. Mom says I don't have to tell who sold me that snake, so I won't tell you either, because Dad said he's going to read this letter. Besides, I don't want you to be mad at anyone else when I'm the only one who brought that snake into the library yesterday. I'm truly, genuinely sorry.
Okay, so thank you, Gabby.
You're welcome.
All right, so she said that, hey, the snake isn't even dangerous, Mr. Winston. It's a local snake, and there's not even poisonous snakes where we live. And then she says, and she sounds like she's kind of blaming him again. She says, I bought it from a friend, and it cost me a whole month's allowance. And that snake that cost me a whole month's allowance, I didn't even have it more than an hour. So now she's making it his fault again. All right, next page. Page 278. Are you guys all with me? Changing your page to 278. I want you to know that I didn't plan to show you that snake. I didn't mean to scare you at all. I knew where the big green snake book was kept. I put the box on a table close to the book, and I tried to find the right picture. I looked at a picture, and I looked at the snake, at another picture, and then the snake. I did that 5 times and can tell you that the snake inside the library is not a python, a rattlesnake, an anaconda, an asp, or a cobra. So now she was looking back and forth at the snake in this book, and she knows it's not those kinds of snakes. Anyway, I was surprised when you wanted to see what was inside the box, because I didn't ask for any help. And there was plenty of people in the library who did need help. Again, does she sound sorry? It's making it seem like it's his fault. That says that the fact that I said nothing instead of a snake is a proof that I knew I was doing something wrong when I brought that snake into the library. So he said, hey, what's in that box? And she didn't say anything. She didn't say the word nothing. She just didn't say anything. If she would have said a snake, Mr. Winston might not have been in trouble. I'm truly, genuinely sorry. Even though my friend Jake Lambert promised me that the snake I bought from him is perfectly harmless. So now we know Jake Lambert is the one that sold it. Oh, there's Mr. Winston. Looking at the snake. He doesn't look too happy. He looks like a really grumpy librarian. Alright, now I'm on page 280. I did tell you that I didn't need any help, and I did have a snake book open in front of me, so I don't know why you insisted on looking inside of the box if you were so afraid of snakes and everything. I don't know why you picked up that box before opening a flap either. If you had left the box on the table and maybe even sat down next to it, then maybe the box would have been all right when you screamed and fainted. You wouldn't have fallen so far either
Let's go. 10 minutes.
I get a rash. I didn't know it was possible just to get a rash by thinking about something, but my parents say it really can happen. I think maybe you did touch something. Maybe when you were lying on the floor, that snake slithered over to you and touched you. Did you know that snake skin feels dry, not wet and slimy at all? So right there in that area, I know she really isn't sorry. She's not even talking about him. She's talking about snake skin. No, he doesn't care about that. There's poor Mr. Winston with his rash falling on the ground. All right, this is the last part of the story from Kara, the letter from Kara. I just thought of something. Maybe everyone's looking in the library for that snake. It's not in the library. Maybe it crawled into one of your pockets or up your sleeve and rode with you to the hospital. Now what is she doing? Is she making things a lot worse now? Now she's saying maybe the snake is still with you. What is wrong with her? Wouldn't that be funny? Why don't you get one of the nurses to check? If it's not in your clothes, it might have crawled out and it might be hiding inside the hospital someplace. I think people should be looking there too. I'm sure you'll be talking to people in the library to make sure they find that snake before you go back to work. I hope they do find it, even though my parents say that I can't keep it. If that snake is found, could you ask the people in the library to give me a call? I would be interested in knowing that it's all right. And if they do find